Oh girl, I think I want you now. I wanna see what you about. Bomb chicka, won't. If I get you, girl, I be proud. So proud. Oh girl,
What's up, guys? Hey, all right, so good morning. Okay, so I wanted to go over some questions that you guys had, but what I like about this is that I won't go on tangents, hopefully as much as I normally do. So, well, let's get started. I'm not gonna go through all of them right now. I'm actually gonna split them up in probably 3 or 4 Q&As. Maddie X Fit, what food do you eat on an average day? Do you eat less or more depending on what you're training or if you're training? Thanks, love. It does depend, actually. So basically you have your lower body muscles, then you also have your upper body muscles, then you have your core. And a lot of times, Scott and I, particularly, Scott's actually a lot more regimented with it than I am. I try to, so one of us needs to kind of go with the flow a little bit more, and so that would be me. But I personally will feel better if I ate more on days I work the larger muscle groups. So the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, the back muscles, and the shoulders are typically the larger muscle groups. Especially for women, the lower body is usually the largest. So I will usually eat more, or I will feel better eating more on those days, because those muscles will actually need more sustenance and more calories to repair themselves and to just go about their daily business. At this point, I am not a strict tracker. On occasion I will, but I don't, like with my taco salad, I don't measure everything out. I did at one point, and so now I'm kind of just eyeing them. But I can't tell you if calorie-wise I'm less on a given day, but I do try to stick to lower carbs on days I don't work out. And it's, again, guys, it's everybody's preference. Some people, like I said in the past, some people do better on lower carbs. I'm just showing you guys what I do. I usually can handle lower carb for the most part, and then I will enjoy a higher carb meal, whether it's sushi with Scott, whether we go out to dinner, whether we have Jack's Pizza at our place. I mean, there's a lot of things that I will, compensate for. So although in some of my meals you'll see that I don't have a whole lot of carbs, it's a lot more vegetables, I get filled up with those. And if I'm gonna save carbs for something else, I will very much be happy to do that, because I love zucchini noodles and I love cauliflower rice, to the point that it is very comparable to pasta and rice for me, that I will ultimately be able to, have those carbs in a different meal. So, but again, that's just my preference. Vanessa Sam, I think. How do you get in your workouts on work days? After a 12-hour shift, I'm beat, especially if there are 3 days in a row. So Vanessa, yeah, I actually use my work days as rest days most of the time. On occasion, I'll actually only work an 8-hour shift, and if I'm feeling up for it, I will go to the gym afterwards. It's usually not much cardio, it's more just weights, because personally, in the evening, I'd prefer to not really jump around that much, and I will just stick with weights. And usually, it's surprising, I'm so used to working out in the mornings or early afternoons that evening workouts, I'm already tired. So I would rather just sacrifice that as a rest day than trying to push myself to do a really hard workout. Instead, I'll just go to the next day. But for the 312s, typically what I would do is I would go the first morning, because you're already well rested from the couple days off. You can get to sleep earlier the night before, and then you can get in a workout in the morning. Now, I am not one, when I work out before work, I am not one to shower. I don't do anything. I literally leave the gym 15 minutes before I have to be at the hospital. So, obviously it saves me time. If you're one that needs to shower, schedule that into your regimen, everything like that. But I would recommend especially doing that first day, because then your whole work day, especially in a hospital, you will get exhausted. Go home, make sure your meals are prepped for day 2, get some sleep, and then take the next 2 days off if you feel like it. That means, but then every other day that you are off, you'll have a total of 5 workout days. And again, just depends on your goals, guys. You can just do 4 workout days a week. It's totally up to you. But that's what I would recommend, Vanessa. How do you stay motivated? A lot of ways. My motivations have changed over the years. Originally, I was motivated by seeing those small little changes that I would see in myself. And more so now, you guys motivate me. You guys motivate me to think of new effective ways to work out. You motivate me to open myself up to you. You motivate me to research more so that I can ultimately educate you more. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that would be my motivation, I would say. K-Man's 93, how much time do you rest between sets? So that depends. So it depends on kind of what on occasion, guys, and I haven't talked about my splits yet because my splits have been all over the board. Like I said, I used to work out 6 days a week. Now with everything else going on, there's a few more important things on my plate right now that I've only been really able to get 4 or 5 days of training in. I know it looks like a lot more, but really that's it. So my splits are a little different depending on if I do take like 2 days off because of the hospital, but then there's, on occasion I'll be on call at the hospital for a full day, and then I never have a schedule. I can never like really set aside time to go to the gym for that. But then I also have had a lot of stuff because everything at this point with my other businesses, I do all myself. And I don't, although it would be nice, I don't have any assistance. I don't have anyone really helping me do any of the behind the scenes stuff for my online challenges, my online training, or my upcoming apparel line. So it's all, at some point it's all been brand new to me, and I've needed to research, and I've needed to try to make connections and talk to people. I'm trying to do everything as legit and as right as I can so that they are both as successful as possible, and it takes up a lot of time on my end. But to me right now, those are my priorities on top of doing these things for you guys. The great news is for me, I've been working out for 7 to 8 years. 7 years, like hardcore. And so as long as I can get into the gym and I can move a few days a week right now, I'm also one to easily gain muscle. So if I did take, let's say, I've never taken a full week off, not yet, but if I ever were to do it, I might just lose a little bit. I'd actually be more afraid that I would gain weight because I would start to eat because I'm not as regimented. Okay, just a few more questions on this one, because again, like I think I've been good. I don't think I've been going on too many tangents for you. But Jana Hooper has asked, what's your secret to staying so lean, but also growing the booty? Okay, so a little bit of a backside story for you. Haha, pun intended. My biggest struggle, girls, for the past, well, actually my whole life, I've always been a very big eater. So my stats right now, I'm 5'7", I'm 5'6" and a half, almost 5'7", so I'm a little bit on the taller side. I don't know what I weigh, but last time I checked was for my competition, and I was 145, and I was incredibly lean at 145. I'm not that lean right now. I would take that I'm about 155 pounds right now, maybe 100. I'd be a little disappointed, but I might be 160 at 5'6" and a half. I've always hated the scale, and I know I'm not the only one, and I always try to encourage and remind the girls in my challenges, weight is not everything. You guys see me and you guys see my physique, and I don't know if you would think that I'm 155 pounds or 160 pounds, but weight is just a number. Unfortunately, with women, we are all so hung up on the scale. We're so hung up on the weight, but 50 years ago, that was one thing, because women never were lifting weights. Women were never concerned about producing muscle. And so for those of you who are trying to gain size and trying to get muscle, you also keep it in the back of your mind that you won't lose weight if you're trying to gain muscle. I mean, when I say weight, I'm saying the number on the scale should go up if you're gaining muscle, because muscle is much more dense than fat, but it also it's also weighs more than fat. So this amount of muscle, which is leaner, which is more dense, it's probably going to be the same amount on the scale as this much fat. And then, well, I might as well do this one right now. Miss Jessica Hancock, she said messy bun tutorial. So I did one really quick for you guys. It is so simple to do, at least for me. Now I've got very thick hair. It's all mine. This is all real. I have a lot of split ends. My sister hates me for it, but it probably, although I do think that the bun all the way up at the top helps prevent a lot of my hair like weighing down on my head, so I feel like it's not breaking as much. I'm probably gonna do a tutorial on my curly hair in the future. I have a natural curl to my hair. I use a mousse that helps it kind of stay tame, a little tame. But yeah, we'll go over all of that for you. But this was just, I guess you guys wanted to see that, so. I don't know if you'll see it. That's it. And then I might pull it apart a little. But that's it. And then like the little guys will fall down eventually. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be wearing at the gym today. So let's go to the gym. I also wanted to show you guys this. Now, you guys have seen some items from the Ptula line. Some of them are just samples, at least for now. I'm actually kind of sneaky about it, but I'm trying to get your guys' feedback as to what you guys really like, what you really liked, what you've seen so far, your colors. But some of the items so far that you've seen are just samples. Some of them I've already are already in production for the first launch, but the first launch will be a little bit smaller. I wanna be smart with this. I wanna be safe with this. So I'm being a little cautious with the first launch to see how well it goes. If it goes really well, guys, I'm anxious to get the second launch on its way, and I'm hoping to eventually just keep improving, keep expanding, and the sky's the limit with this. I'm just taking it a little slower the first time to see how successful it actually is, and how much you guys love the product. And it's one thing to love the product on me or what you see right now. It's another thing to you getting it and you loving it on you. That is my ultimate goal, because I want you guys back for the second launch. I want you guys to be like, holy crap, her products are amazing. I love this, and it's a great price. And I mean, like, that you just rave about it. You just rave about it. The products will sell themselves. So that's what I'm hoping. But I wanted to show you this. So you see, I'm gonna bring you around this way. Let's see how this works. So, can you see me? Yeah. Okay. So you see this. You see the V-neck. V-neck. It's like an army green. Okay. I don't know if you can see the back of it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this will be in this first launch. Same color. There's gonna be a few tweaks to it, so just keep an eye out for the actual item. Okay, and then you guys have already talked about the leggings. I love the front of these leggings. They will not be in the first launch, guys, but I'm telling you, I really want them in the second. So this, what I love about it is they're high-waisted, but something that my husband doesn't like about high-waisted is that for me, it makes me look really boxy if it comes up here, like all the way up. So to bring it to a V down, it actually makes your waist come in more. So if you guys like this is a khaki tan color. What I like about these, you guys actually don't need to work out in them if you don't want to. This would be really cute with some black boots, a really cute black a black top, and like go out to a movie, go out to dinner with them on. I'm actually gonna love these because it'll probably be part of the loungewear collection, because I'm doing the athletic wear, but I'm also gonna do a loungewear collection, and so it just really depends on what you guys, where you guys want to wear it. It's totally up to you. But yeah, so this is the one, yeah. And oh, and then this is gonna come out. It's gonna be a little bit longer, but you can tie this. This is table, so it'll come up, and you'll probably see that in the workout today. So I just wanted to show you guys, I want you guys to be a part of this with me. So I really hope you liked it. Let me turn you around. So yeah, hey, okay, so I really hope you liked it. Now let's go to the gym. Let's go have some fun. What's up, guys? All right, now we're getting into the fun stuff for this vlog. I ended up doing basically an ab workout this round. Probably have already noticed. I do a lot of different exercises. So I do about 3 to 4 sets, and it's a lot of high volume, a lot of light weight, especially with abs girls. You do not want to be pushing a lot of weight. You don't want your core to get too thick. Again, we're trying to whittle the middle. You know, the hourglass figure is what every woman strives for, and you want to make your waist as small as possible. So if you actually do bring in more weight to your exercise, you'll actually grow the ab muscles out like every other muscle. Now, obviously, it takes a long time, but something that I noticed even in myself when I first started training a few years ago, I did a lot of exercises that you see CrossFit girls do and CrossFit guys do. And, you know, just look at the girls that actually do CrossFit and look at their physique. I mean, they are strong as heck, but you can tell that they need a lot of core strength, and it shows. They're not exactly an hourglass figure shape, and that's because CrossFit exercises utilize their core more, and they actually have to build up their core and their abs out like every other muscle group. So just keep that in mind when you do ab exercises. I do also want to debunk the myth that you can get abs with doing 1,000 crunches a day. That will not happen. It's very, very much a diet thing and an overall I need to work out and exercise thing. Of course, you still want to engage your core. You still want to do ab exercises like every other muscle group, guys. But just don't forget that actually when you do squats, when you do certain lower body exercises, and the same when you do upper body exercises, your back and shoulders, every single exercise for the most part, especially if you don't do it on a machine, you're engaging your core. So you're indirectly helping it. You're indirectly strengthening your core already. So just be mindful of that the next time you guys work out. So now you saw a lot of the more I would say advanced or more difficult exercises I've already done. Again, the leg lifts as well as the ab rollouts. Those are really hard, and if you just go back, you'll notice that I did a few variations on those, but those are always ones that they're hard enough, they're challenging enough that I usually start with them when I'm not as fatigued and my abs can handle it, because that is a very much a core thing. Now with these, I used to do these exercises all the time a few years ago, actually when I was still at OSU, and I love this exercise. You get such a great range of motion. The Swiss ball really helps relieve any back pain and also keeps your back on the ball as opposed to a hard floor. So straight legs obviously are very more of the advanced. You can always bend your knees. You'll have to, I didn't put it in the clips, but I did have to reposition where I was sitting on the ball and my distance from the Roman chair. See, actually right there, you saw it. And then this one I actually did add, I think this was only a 10-pound dumbbell. And then with all of those ab exercises, it's always nice to give your stomach a nice little stretch, and it's the best on a Swiss ball. So that's why I left that little clip in there for you. I will go over a lot of different stretches for each muscle group here in a future YouTube, guys. I know that there has been a couple requests on that, and I think it's a great idea. I'm not one to stretch a lot, but when I do stretch, I love it right after I actually work the muscles. Now I just finished off with some really difficult Swiss ball planks. Seriously, torture. I don't do them a lot. The rollouts are one I typically do, but trying to maintain balance while doing a normal plank and like knees, mountain climber planks, oh, give them a try, but you might have to start on your knees. They're really, really difficult. So I hope you guys enjoyed this full 23-minute YouTube. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much, but I'm so glad you stopped by. If you really like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and you're going to see a whole lot more coming from me. All right, bye guys.